Hello friends! So today I actually am going to make a review. I know it's been a while that I actually went out and made the review for something, but this one I want to get into the mode of actually creating the reviews that are based on long-term use. So I don't just get, buy something or something gets sent to me or whatever, and I just do a review for that moment within a few days. I think that's a flawed method. I thought a lot of the guys do that in that way, and they don't really test things. So without further ado, this is it. This is what I'll be reviewing today. This is the Innorel RT90CG, the carbon fiber heavy duty tripod, predominantly for video, but also if anybody's shooting at 600 millimeters, proper 600 millimeters fixed focal length photographic lens, I believe this is a must. I mean, I've tried wielding that lens by hand, it's almost impossible, and on a monopod it's too shaky as well. And if you are sitting in a hide for a long time, for a long periods of time, and stalking an animal or a bird or whatever, this is really your only choice. And spoiler alert, if you're looking for a tripod that's heavy duty, under £1,000 or $1,000, and is still lightweight and capable of taking up to, I think, 30 or 40 kilos, I'll add exact figure when I edit this video, look no further, really. Just grab one of those and you are off to the races. This is truly fantastic tripod, definitely the best I've been testing or had experience using for that kind of price. 350 pounds, dollars. You can sometimes find them on promotion cheaper, but yeah, in terms of value and the quality and the color, I mean, look, it's just amazing. I love when the manufacturers don't just make everything silver or black. They make that one in green, and I love it. This is one of my favorite pieces of equipment that I have in my arsenal, just based on aesthetics as well as the functionality. It comes also with a really nice bag, which is also camouflage, and some of you may or may not know I love everything camouflage. So this is truly nice addition. For myself personally, I don't really have the need for one because I just carry it on the side of my backpack. But if, say, I was taking a longer trip and I needed to pack things up nicely and I had enough space for everything, definitely a good choice. I wish everything would have camouflage in my gear, because most of the stuff is just black cases. So Innorel, the company that makes this tripod and the tripod head, actually, I have it elsewhere, that I might include in the B-roll. A really beefy, chunky, the N52 that I bought. It's just uncomparable to the regular, typical ball heads that you can get for your tripods. But that's additional thing that I purchased, again, based on experience with this tripod. And the company itself, Innorel, is one of those Chinese companies like Small Rig or Laowa or the Surrey. C-Ray, actually, that's how they're supposed to be pronounced. I have a colleague at work that's from Hong Kong, so he taught me exactly how it needs to be said. So those kind of companies, those little Chinese, well, actually, they're not that little. They've been making a lot of stuff in the industry for a long time. I see a beautiful technological revolution that they are bringing by introducing high-quality items like this tripod and many others, and lenses, and even lenses, like what the hell. So I think what they're doing is a beautiful thing. Is they're enabling budget-orientated, or like myself, I'm a full-time professional, I don't really make money out of this, but it enables me to have high-quality gear that in turn gets out of the way of the creative process, and I really admire that. And so in terms of this exact tripod, it is a 40 millimeter legs. It's one of the thickest carbon fiber legs you can buy. Actually, this is probably the best value in terms of how much carbon fiber you get per the money that you spend in terms of the tripods. And yeah, it goes up to 1.60 meters, I believe, in tall, and it has a ball mount option of 75 millimeters. I have that. I'll include that in the B-roll. It's a ball mount that you can attach that allows you to swivel the camera to either side. I personally use it just with the ball head. That's all I needed, and it's a low profile ball head, and the one that they make is fantastic quality. Man, I was really impressed. I don't get usually impressed by these kind of things, and especially, you know, when you get used to the prices of thousands of pounds of that kind of equipment, and then you see trickle it down to a few £100. It's phenomenal. I really like that, especially in the tough times that we live. I think everyone is trying to squeeze out the maximum value that they can get from their, you know, dollar and or pound, and I think it's a beautiful thing. It might feel like I'm simping over it a little bit, but I am. I really enjoy this thing. I really believe that this is a fantastic product and is worthy of my praise. And I don't normally praise these things. I buy them with my own money. Nobody, you know, send it to me for free or gave me any promotions. I actually purchase all of the gear at my own money, because I don't really make anything out of this YouTube thing. It just gives me a satisfaction to my soul. But I thought I would spread the word, and you know, the likes of Gitzo and Manfrotto, they've been dominating the market for such a long time, and if anything, I love a good revolutionary product. So in terms of the features, it actually, the more professional you go in terms of camera equipment, video equipment, whatever, the more simple things are. And this is no exception. So it really is not much to it. It's a big tripod with a typical knurled leg release with a lot of carbon fiber. And it's supposed to be some sort of membrane inside there that prevents the dust and grime to go in. And I do feel like there is a little bit of that going on, so that's great. It means that if you're out in the field in salty conditions or dusty conditions, they should prolong the life of the legs and the tripod by having built-in preventative measures for protecting from that kind of thing. And you know what I mentioned about the quality, like these parts in general, they're usually rubberized or something, but this is not. This is actually metal. This is knurled metal. I mean, let me get that in focus. There you go. These are metal, but not only that, they're actually soft dampened. They're dampened just as well, I would say, as the Zeiss lenses. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And it's really nice. And you just need a few turns, and that's it. It's tight. The other feature that I like is these pull tabs. They allow you to expand beyond the first setting of the leg. All you do is just you pull it out gently like that, and it feels already like a well-oiled rifle or some sort of, you know, gun that has been super precisely machined, which it is. Actually, it is really precisely machined. And that allows you to go all the way there, pretty much allowing you to be fully horizontal. I have a theory I'll be able to make a little tent out of it, but we will see in the B-roll if I did. And that's pretty much it. It's no thrills, no, you know, unnecessary bits on it. It's just a really solid, professional, heavy-duty video and photography tripod that you can definitely rely on. And I believe this is the last tripod you will ever need to buy if you're looking for a heavy-duty one that you need, or not even heavy-duty, you just need a very stable platform. That's the problem, right? So if you get I have actually like 5 or 6 tripods by now. I'll show you one of my favorite carbon fiber tripods. This is it. This is the National Geographic's Amazon tripod, wherever. It's a great little tripod. I use it for my clippies. But the problem is that when you have such a small tripod like that one that I demonstrated before, you're actually reaching the limits of physics. In other words, you cannot have something so small, so thin, and expect it to be super stable at any conditions. It won't be. Basically, if there is any wind or if there is any vibration or whatnot, this all immediately is reflected in the equipment that you're mounting on. So if I'm mounting a microphone, you can hear the wind gushing through it. Or if you are mounting a camera, you can see the vibrations. And I had exactly that issue when I was mounting or trying to mount my 600mm and then the Sigma 150 to 600mm lenses as well. Not the case with this. I first realized that when I mounted my heavy equipment on a much more heavy duty but much older Manfrotto aluminium video tripod, and I saw that, okay, that there is, you know, there is a limit potentially of what carbon fiber can do, and you need to go thicker. So I think Innorel just addressed that. They just looked at the problem and said, okay, well, we need to go bigger and thicker if we want to get much more stable platform. I even saw people using that for rifles. I saw people mounting actually hunting rifles on top of that, or precision rifles to be able to hit the targets at the very far distances. So that is already telling in itself that this is not a gimmick or I don't know, a badly designed item. Why would you even think that? But I think it's just because we're not really familiar with the brand. I think we obviously have our doubts. So I'm making this video in a hope that I can spread the word and educate the world that this is a great company and they make good stuff. So as long as they keep making good stuff and improving on those designs, in terms of improvements, I think really is not much for myself, unless maybe these parts, the little covers for them, they could come up with a better solution of keeping them more tight. I'm not sure if there is one. I've seen people, actually wildlife photographers, what they do, they on much more expensive tripods, by the way, they all have the same issue because they're all using the same kind of system. They attach some sort of tape at both ends to prevent the slipping of these, because if you grab it by hand, it might a bit rotate like this. You see my hand is not it's not moving, but I'm able to move the tripod. So maybe that's something that they could innovate upon as well. But other than that, I really have no complaints. I'm just shocked how lightweight it is. I mean, I am not super strong guy. I'm fit, yes, fair enough, but this is still a very, very lightweight tripod. I can wear it on my backpack and I don't really feel that much more difference than having another kind of tripod attached on me. So yeah, again, if you're looking for a heavy-duty tripod and you don't want to repeat my mistake of having 6 tripods prior to this to realize that actually I could have done with just one of those instead of having a million other tripods. I mean, they come handy now that I can use them on all kinds of other equipment, but I could probably do with 3 tripods less, knowing that this existed before then and not needing the others. If you're looking for one to support your heavy equipment and you don't want to worry about vibrations ever, at least not relating the tripod, this is the one to get. It's really, a lot of the people, you can see those YouTubers, you know, promoting these tripods for like $10,000 and whatever. Who buys them? Who has the money to buy those kind of tripods and that kind of equipment? I mean, I don't know. It's the same with the cameras as well. Like when people promoting the Reds and the Alexas and whatever, like, I don't know, what, they live in the same planet? I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy. I hope that this will help others to be happy as well, because ultimately life is all about that, isn't it? Is about being happy and being satisfied and making sure that you don't feel like you've been ripped off or like you have equipment that is really expensive and sitting there. This can sit for the rest of my life and I cannot use it and I will still feel good because I know that I got the maximum value out of my money. So yeah, really happy. Looking forward to use it a lot more. Innorel, if you're watching, if you have something else just as good as this or something interesting, hit me up. Might be interested in reviewing. And yeah, that's it for me for now. I hopefully will see you soon again. See you later.